Hello and welcome to more Theros Beyond Death draft. In this pack we have Atris Oracle of Half-Truth. So it's a 4-mana 3/2 menace. When it enters the battlefield, a target opponent looks at the top 3 cards of your library, face down and face up, and then you choose a pile to put into your hand. So it's like a 4-mana 3/2 with like a draw card and a little bit of upside. I'm actually not that into that card. It's like good, but it's not the best thing. 2 mana to do 1 damage to everything. I know this card is very good. I'm not in love with the Triumph of Anix. Whatever that card is. I really like these green mana producers. So this is really just a 4-mana 3/2 menace that kind of draws a card. I guess it does also mill you. I guess I'll try it because it is a rare, and I always say like try taking rares in the new format. My first evaluation of this card is it's fine, but it's a lot of work to get it to do what you want. So I don't know. Enchant creature or permanent. Enchanted permanent is an enchantment and loses all other card types. Well, why would you enchant an enchantment with that? That seems bad. So this is 2 mana passivism for like 4 turns basically. That's okay. It's not the worst, it's not the best. Nessine Wayfinder I really like. Final Death is just premium removal spell of the format. Just 5 mana, exile anything. I like it. Goes well with Atris. I think this is significantly better than One with the Stars. And it stops all this like escape shenanigans, things like that. I like Witness of Tomorrow and I love Omen of the Hunt, but I think I gotta take Final Death. Premium removal spell. Just seems real good. What is this? 2 mana 2/2. Whenever you cast your first spell during each opponent's turn, it does 1 damage and you scry 1. I'm so enticed by the art in this format. I love it. Like, this card looks beautiful. I'm tempted to take the basic lands because they're beautiful. What is this? Field of Ruin? Okay, Field of Ruin is good. This is the 3 mana 2/3. So we kind of want some blink effects right now with Atris. Also, Omen of the Dead is pretty good with both of these. Play him. If he dies, get him back with the Omen. I'm just going to try the uncommons. I think I say this every time you're drafting a new format, but this is my second draft. This is like the first 3 hours of the format's been out. I'm just trying the cards of higher rarity because I'll have less time to evaluate them. And then once I can evaluate them farther, I can know, is this a good card or not later on. Grey Merchant of Asphodel is a very good card, especially if you get some omens and stuff and can replay him. So I'm tempted to take that. This is a 3 mana 3/3, and it becomes a 5/5 when you escape. That's really nice. This is a 2 mana 2/3. Creature and enchantment spells you control can't be countered. And you can turn a land into an elemental. And she is an enchantment herself, so at least she makes a 1/1 elemental. I think I'm just going to take Grey Merchant, find out how good it is in this format. We already seem to have a pretty good black deck going on. Just knowing that Omen of the Hunt, I really think this card is insane, but I could be wrong. Ooh, Devourer of Memory. So 2 mana 2/1. Whenever 1 or more cards are put into your graveyard from your library, it gets pumped, and you can mill yourself for 3. I like that. That is a really late Omen of the Forge. Like, what is going on there? Also a very late Elysian Caryatid. But again, we're trying the uncommons. It's on color. We're cutting black pretty well as well. I think I haven't seen too many blue or black cards. I'm seeing some actually really late cards. I don't care about exiling cards from graveyards. This card seems bad, but the artwork's intriguing. Omen of the Sea is just very good card draw. We have a 3 mana 2/1 flyer, and then we have a 3 mana 2/2 flyer. So we really have to decide what we want here. I think I'm leaning towards Omen. I like 2-drops, and I really like 2-drops that help smooth out your draws. That just seems really nice. Phalanx Tactics is a really good card, but I think I'm going to take Knight of the Hidden Coves. It's an enchantment. A 2/3 is already like a good rate that blocks a lot of stuff, and then it makes all of your spells on your opponent's turn cheaper. So like Final Death, Omen of the Sea, things like that. I think Final Flare is actually pretty nice too, but we'll take the Naiad. Just keeping in mind that green seems like absurdly open. Draw 2, lose 2 life, and mill 2. Otherwise, there's a Discordant Piper. We could go for the mill plan. That seems very slow, but the artwork is pretty cool. Yeah, I don't love it. I think I'm just going to take the card draw. There's also a 2 mana 2/1, but I like this. I wish it was an instant to go with like this whole theme of casting things on your opponent's turn, but alas, you can't win them all. Wow, okay. Vexingol came around. I like me Vexingol. Triton Wave Rider is okay. I have... Is he an enchantment? No. I have 2 enchantments. I'm just gonna take the Flash Flyer. That seems real nice. It costs 2 mana if I have Naiad out. It's got cool artwork. He's like stealing this dude's fish. I'm a bit confused. Wow, that is a very late Omen of the Sun. This card's really good. It's an enchantment, makes tokens, gains you life you can scry, but Soul Reaper of Mogus is also really good. It's an enchantment. 3 mana 2/3 is already a decent rate, and you can just trade all of your bad creatures for cards. It's also good like if you're chump blocking, things like that. It basically means that all of your creatures are relevant, and it's a really good combo with that white enchantment we just saw go super late. This is kind of what happens when you draft the format like very, very early, is like nobody has any idea what's going on. I don't either. Like I said, I did not look at any of the spoilers before drafting this, but I've done at least 1 draft now, so I have like a semblance of an idea of what's going on. But I think I know that Knight of the Hidden Coves is good. Field of Ruin seems bad in limited. I'm trying to think, like, there aren't that many lands that are worth killing. Like, playing this to kill a temple seems not worth it. I'll take Naiad, passing on some other stuff, but now we have 2 Naiads, so counter spells and stuff kind of go up in value. That is a very late Brine Giant. I will be picking that up, no problem. I think this card's really good. What is happening? Alright. Take Memory Drain, like, okay. Those cards made sense. Last pick, beautiful, beautiful Mountain. That card looks good. Definitely looks good. Alright, pack 2, what do we got? Whenever an opponent casts an instant or sorcery spell, create a 1/2 green spider. That is really good. So even if you play this and they kill it right away, you get value. It's a 4 mana 2/3, so you mill 2, and then you can get a permanent back. That also seems good. When enchanted creature dies, return that card to the battlefield under your control. So that's actually pretty nice because you can put this on a creature an opponent controls, and it's like kind of a weird control magic. Or you can put it on your own creature and like recur enter the battlefield effects. And it's an enchantment, and it has flash, which is important to note. I don't think my mana is not set up at all to play Arasta, and I just passed a ton of those good, the green Omen. So I'm pretty sure going this direction, green is not going to be super open. So I'm just going to take the black card. That card seems okay, and Scavenging Harpy also seems good, but I'm gonna try this card out. This could be the format for it. Ooh, Glimpse of Freedom. Wow, the escape card is cost as exile 5. That's a little bit steep, don't you think? What does this do? When it enters the battlefield, put a counter. Wow, that seems good too. So it just grows very, very quickly. I love Ferris Band Brawler. Stern Dismissal. Return a creature or enchantment to hand. I kind of like that more than Glimpse of Freedom. Exiling 5 cards from your graveyard is a pretty steep cost. That being said, I don't really have many other cards. Maybe I do take this. It does give us a late game, and again, we want to try uncommons first, and then we'll see how good the commons are. Why does this not have flying? Doesn't it look like it should have flying? Or horsemanship, something? Inevitable End is kind of nice. It's like a very slow removal effect, unless it's a good creature. So, because you enchant a thing, yeah, you enchant your opponent's creature, and then they can either sacrifice the creature enchanted or something else. I kind of like that. Very versatile. It will kill them eventually. There's another Gray Merchant. That is good. I want to get some Black Omens to go with this Gray Merchant, but I'll just pick up as many of these as I can get. That is really nice. We want to get more black cards, so blue felt pretty open in the last direction. I could maybe play this. Just go into like Gray Merchant burn. I don't think it's worth it because you don't gain life. If you gained life, this could be a pretty interesting like late game way to like burn out your opponent. But it's slow. It's definitely slow. All right, well, white is very open from this direction. Holy cow. These are all really good white cards. What did my opponent take here? So this card's insane. It's a 2 mana 2/2 at the very least, and it can get better. Gaining life when triggers happen is good. Daybreak Chimera is nice. This card's pretty good. Elysian Caryatid is nice. I'm gonna take a Mire's Grasp. This card is good. I think Return to Nature goes up very highly in my evaluation for this set because so many of the creatures are enchantments that this is as close to Vindicate, I think, as you're gonna get at a common level in Limited. We're not in green, so I'm not gonna take it, but if you're in green, I would definitely take that card way more highly than you think it would. Like, as far as our deck goes, it kills our Naiads, it kills our Soul Reapers, kills minions, return. I guess it kills our Omens, but and our deck is like one of the least enchantment decks I've seen so far, so I don't know. At least from my initial evaluation, that card seems really nice. Okay, there's another Funeral Rites. I think I might take the Discordant Piper. That is a really late Omen of the Forge. What is that doing there? I think I'm gonna take the Piper over the Funeral Rites though, because we don't have that many 2s yet. And we have some like pretty solid card draw here. Ooh, Farika's Liberation. I like that. So you can basically kill a creature, or if they specifically have like one enchantment creature, you can choose that. Or if they have like a troublesome enchantment. Red is really open, man. I mean, this card's kind of nice. I guess it does nothing if you don't have big creatures, but I like it. And then not too much else. I'll take the Liberation. So again, we're really looking for the Black Omens because our deck is like pretty dirtily. And we will take counter spells quite a bit higher now. Okay. So blue feels a bit more open now. So target opponent discards 2, you get lifelink. This is the draw 2 again. This is a 1 mana 1/1 that kills other 1/1s. This is actually really good against some plays in the format because there's a lot of those like green X1s that can come back. Otherwise we can take Naiad and basically make all of our instant spells very cheap. I think I'm just gonna take the Naiad, go very deep on that effect. Okay, we could take the Foil Grim Physician, but I like the Harpy, and I think I like the Harpy more than Underworld Charger. Do I like this? It's a 5 mana 5/4, which is actually pretty big, and it just lets something attack for free. That's actually kind of nice too. I have a lot of 3s. I'll take this, I think. Okay, there's our Piper and our Charger. I think I gotta take the Piper for curve considerations, but no, we'll take the Charger. This thing, like, it looks like it hits very hard. We got a Soul Reaper of Mogies. Okay. Riptide Turtle. Beautiful. I'm seeing some weird cards go late. Okay. These ones going late make sense. I'm actually going to take the land. I think Sleep of the Dead is pretty bad. I might regret that, but gotta maximize these lands, man. So we actually, it's pack 2 and we need to start making cuts. I imagine we're going to have to make cuts from here. I probably should have taken the Piper. I didn't realize I had 2 of these. And Piper plus Discordant is really nice. Minions return. But I have triple Naiad, so flash creatures, counter spells, anything with instant speed goes up significantly in my evaluation. Oh, there's Erebus. It has none of those attributes, but it is a mythic rare. So it's a 4 mana 5/6. Whenever a creature dies, you can pay 2 life to draw a card. And then you can sacrifice a creature to kind of kill a creature. That seems really good. I mean, we're gonna take it. Underworld Dreams. I love Underworld Dreams. This was one of my favorite Magic cards from like when I started playing. So I started playing Magic. When was this? It was like 10 or 12 years ago when they had the Magic games. It was before Arena, and it was before like Duels of the Planeswalkers. It was like the thing they released for like Xbox. It was like pre-Duels of the Planeswalkers where you couldn't even edit your deck down below 60 cards when you unlocked stuff. And like, it was super janky, but it was so much fun. We're gonna take Erebus though, and see where we can go from there. So this is a 2 mana 2/1 Death Touch. When it enters, you mill yourself for 2 and you gain 2. I like that. This has flash, so that's a very high up in my evaluation. And Minions Return is also quite good. Fateful End is good too. I'm gonna try the Mire Triton. We need more 2-drops, and 2 mana 2/1 Death Touch kind of does it all for us. Oh man, this card is very good if you're aggressive, because like it forces them to swing out, and then there's just a lot of stuff you can do. I'm leaning towards Omen of the Sea, but Thirst for Meaning is also kind of tempting. Focus's Favor is a 1 mana that's actually very repeatable. How many X1s are in the format though? That is kind of nice. gonna take Omen though. Having a like solid 2 mana play is very exciting to me. Oof, Devourer of Memory again. I mean, we have a lot of things that put cards into our graveyard. Agonizing Remorse helps us deal with stuff. Omen of the Dead gives us a way to get back stuff. Particularly important with Grey Merchants. I have like some self-mill, but not that much. 2 mana 2/1 and like 4 mana 3/3 that mills you for 3. I kind of want to just take the Omen of the Dead. This might even come around because blue-black at this point should be cut pretty heavily. I think this is a better card specifically for our deck. Stern Dismissal versus Agonizing Remorse. So you lose a life. It's okay. I like Stern Dismissal. I think I like having one Stern Dismissal. This gives us answers, actually. I mean, we've never missed a pick, I think, in this deck. Like, we kind of have everything we need. We just got to figure out how to make it work. Inevitable End, Fixing Goal. Like, everything in here is nice. Ooh, this guy plus Soul Reaper of Mogus is... What is this card? So it's a 4 mana 6/1. Whoa. From each converted mana cost other than the chosen number. That seems kind of unfun, actually. I don't like that, because you choose at random. Yeah, not about that. I'm just going to take another Farika's Liberation. Edict effects go up very highly when you have more than one. And we're going to be able to play this for probably 2 mana most of the time because we have all these Naiads. Wow, that's a lot of Devourers. I mean, I take it, I think. We might be able to wield this Funeral Rites too. So we have a lot of ways to self-mill, so we want to get a couple more escape cards. Because basically the dream is you mill into them, and then it's like drawing a card. Double Aspect of Lamprey. I kind of want to take this Memory Drain. It's going to be pretty cheap in our deck, and we're quite controlling. So I think I like that. Funeral Rites mills us, which is good with these Devourer of Memories. We might even wheel the third one. Wire Triton is good. I like the Remorse. Riptide Turtle. It'll be good against like aggressive decks, but we could side into that. And then we just have a bunch of removal. I think this deck is really strong. We got Underwheeled Dreams back. That's got to be good with Double Grey Merchant, right? That's got to be good with Double Grey Merchant and Erebos. And it's just a good effect. Like, you just put it into play and boom, Underworld Dreams. You will win the game in like 5 turns. I like that. Wow, Minions Return came around. I think I like that more than Underworld Charger. It does flash. I don't think I'm going to play 2, but against an opponent with a lot of like easy to kill creatures, it's kind of nice. I need to make a lot of cuts though. Like, we have way too many playables right now. Ooh, Mogus's Favor. That's definitely going in the deck. Yeah, because that just can repeatedly deal with small creatures. Okay, so we have like pretty... Oh my gosh. Do I even need a third Devourer of Memory? I mean, this can really pressure our opponents with 3 of them. They're unblockable. Sure. Catoblepus could be there. Bronze Sword. Wow, we got Funeral Rites. I think I actually have to put that in because we have so many Devourer of Memory. So we have a couple different directions we can go. I'm leaning towards like just going very heavy black, cutting these, cutting the Memory Drains, cutting the Vexing Goal. We can like almost go mono black, right? We cut the Brine Giant. We don't even really need him. And then I mean, I can even do this. I think I want Glimpse of Freedom. And I like the Omen of the Sea. But this is interesting. I could maybe get rid of Minions Return until I see like that my removal will work. And then we're just like a super aggressive, essentially mono black deck. Like, we maybe don't... Actually, Catoblepus can basically kill anything. So it's a 6 mana 3/2 that kills something, which seems great. Farika's Liberation is less exciting now, so I could get rid of those. And then as far as removal goes, I have Mogus's Favor, Mire's Grasp. Inevitable End is kind of a removal spell. Erebus is a removal spell, Final Death, and then the Blight Breath. The card is so hard to say. And then we can just side into, like, if we need to be a controlling deck, bring in the Omen of the Seas, the Memory Drains, the Naiads, and all that. But going this way makes our mana quite a bit better, because now we definitely want more than 3. 5, because we want to play these turn 2. 6-11 or something? No, because I really want to play Underworld Dreams on time as well. So like a 5-12 mana base? That seems like these dudes just kill. And then we just get in for some damage, and then Grey Merchant on the top end just does it. That seems really nice. I don't know how correct this is, but it's hard to imagine this being too far off from where we should be. I kind of wish these could target the opponent, but like turn 2 Devourer of Memory, turn 3 Funeral Rites, kind of into that. I kind of want to put this sword in the deck because it's like kind of good with these guys. When they get unblockable, they hit for 5 now, and that's a very fast clock. So I think I am putting in the sword, and what do we get rid of? Maybe this Agonizing Remorse for now, and then I side it in once I know, okay, do they have a bomb? Because we're like just mono black beatdown essentially. I keep saying mono black, we have some blue, but we're only playing 5 blue sources. I think I like it. And again, sideboarding, we have so many options, but starting out with just an aggressive curve that's very efficient is, I like it. See you guys round 1. Oh boy, we were playing against Giles of Trees. Giles of Trees, and this hand is keepable. It needs a few more lands to develop, but, well, we have a removal spell and a little Piper dude. We really just want to hit lands, and then we ideally want to draw, like, our card draw. What even is that? That's dying. They can give it indestructible, and then when it dies, return to the battlefield. Okay, that's... They can give their thing indestructible. We just gotta kill that right now, right? I don't know what the second ability... I feel like when it dies, it can't enchant anything. But we'll find out. Comes back. Okay. That's what I thought would happen. They have a 2-4. There's our 2-3. That's pretty good. That blocks their Nyxborn. And then we can play the Piper, and then like Piper plus this is like pretty repeatable card draw. That is a bit problematic, but we have the Catoblepus. We really want to hit a land. It's not a land. Alright, let's play the Piper. No attacks. Try and draw a card with this. We just need to get up to like 5, and then we're okay. We're only taking 3 per turn. We can gain 2. I think I have a better handle on this format now. Can play pretty quick now. Opponents. What? Ah! That's a problem. Especially when we're not hitting lands. They're killing us so fast. Who passed all these chimeras? It was probably me. So I can sacrifice the Piper to draw a card. But does that get me anywhere? I think I need to. So let's attack. They're probably just going to block. But if they don't, then we get a free sacrifice. See? That's why you attack. Well, now that they didn't block, there's no way I can race with this Devourer, so we're just going to sacrifice this Piper. And we just need to hit a land here. That's not a land. That is not a land. Because we basically, like, we needed to set it up so we could, like, kill the Chimera. That's a little scary. Do they have the +2/+1 in pump? We're getting destroyed. Oh, man. Okay, we draw land, we're at 11. So... Mire Triton can trade with the Nyxborn. It also gains us some life. Then we go up to 5, we Final Death, and then we Catoblepus something? Okay, I'm on board with this. Please don't mill lands. We just want to hit 2 escape cards. Alright, we hit an escape card and a land. I can accept this. Pass turn. So if they attack, we block. Here we take 6. But now it's a 3-turn clock. Oh no. Can't attack or block, and I have to like tap it to remove task counter from Heliod's Punishment. Why is that ability not there? Shouldn't it have a tap ability? Well, we got a chump block, that's for sure. Now we need to hit a land. Grey Merchant is also a way back into this. I unfortunately cannot play Funeral Rites because it will kill me. Erebus is not quite there. Okay, so it has the ability, it just doesn't show up. So we just we play Erebus and chump block with a Devourer of Memory. This is kind of brutal. But yeah, when you don't hit land drops, this is what happens, I guess. So next turn, I can play. I take 6, I go to 1 life. I think I'm just dead. I needed to hit mana earlier. This is way too late. They have a pump spell. Yeah, wow, their deck is pretty nice. They had, I mean, they had a really good curve there too. Playing 3/3 flyers are already like really good. And playing a couple of them. I think we should be okay against that. I don't like minions return against their deck because like it's gonna be hard for us to kill their stuff. Is that flyer an enchantment? I think I'm better off just playing the aggressor rather than trying to make them sacrifice stuff, because Freaka's Liberation costs 3. And if we had just hit land drops in that game, we would have been actually ahead, because we could have like Final Death their attacking creature and then played a Gray Merchant, gained our life back, killed the other one with the Catoblepus. Yes, I will keep this hand. They just snap cap 7 as well. So we want to hit, if we hit blue source turn 2, I'll be so happy. Island. Ooh, okay. All the damage from the last game is forgiven. Now we can play a Mire Triton, turn on the Devourer. Yeah, I'll just do this now. We hit the Catoblepus, that's okay. I mean, this is a pretty fast clock. If we can now hit that thing that... What is this? Gains Double Strike. Never seen that card. I think it's worth just killing that, because Double Strike is kind of scary, and they have like quite a few pump effects. If I can just get on the front foot, next turn I can play the Rage Scarred Berserker. That seems kind of nice. Ooh, Funeral Rites. I can do that later. Let's give this Devourer Indestructible. Hit for 5. Yeah, I mean, this is what our deck is supposed to do. Imagine if we top deck Gray Merchant now. So that is not an enchantment. Okay, that's good to know. So let's Funeral Rites. Do I want to hold open a blue? No! Fine. I mean, they were super dead. That was fast. And that's just what we have to do. We have to curve out, play an unblockable dude, get him. I was deciding whether to play to draw Underworld Dreams or Devourer of Memory. And I think I was going to conclude that holding up blue for the Devourer makes more sense. Number 1, because I have twice as many of it left in my deck. And number 2, it does more. Like, let's say if I had drawn both, I would prefer to play this card that's essentially unblockable. Because this card's really good. Like, how do I... Okay, they ended it, but it's unblockable and it feels its own unblockableness. Like, that's just good. Again, we're going to keep this on the hopes that we can hit an island in the top 2 draw steps. This hand really needs an island. Come on, deck, island. Okay, well, it's a removal spell. We're going to have to discard if we don't hit an island or a castable spell next turn. Or I can wait on this Funeral Rites. I think I wait. I really don't want to have to discard. So we're saving Mire's Grasp for something with flying, most likely. They're doing nothing. Island? Alright, let's wait. One more turn. Because then I can Funeral Rites into Mire's Grasp. It's just unfortunate the way this hand curved out. If we were just hitting with Devourer of Memory every turn, that would be significantly better. Home to the Dead. Alright. Let's do this. Lose some life and such, but we're gonna hit a land. Swamp, then we get to Mogus's Favor. What is Funeral Rites? Okay, we get to kill one of these. And now we don't have to discard. Flicker of... Ooh, that's pretty good. We really need to hit a land. Oh no, we did hit a land, okay. So I can at least play the Berserker. Then they scry. That's not the end of the world. How did they scry? 2 cards on top. That is scary. They must have a lot of pump spells. Yeah, that's scary. Okay, hitting a land there was actually really good. I don't think I can just sit back and block. I think I'm better off Mire's Grasping the Favored. I really want to play this Catoblepus. Because they could have the 1 mana card that like gives this +2/+2. The problem with playing Mire's Grasp here is it doesn't use our mana very efficiently at all. Like I could Mire's Grasp, I guess then I could Mogus's Favor a human and they're down to just 2 human scouts. I think I gotta go for the safe play and kill this. Exiling Swamp. I don't think I really have anything to do with my graveyard. And then pass turn. I'm very tempted to run out Omen of the Dead depending on what they do. Commanding Presence. Okay. That's a 3/3. So I can't actually kill that with a Catoblepus right now. So if they have a pump spell, this is bad. They have a first strike dude. I'm basically deciding, do I want to run out Omen of the Dead so that the Catoblepus can kill this soldier? That goes so poorly into the obvious like 1 mana +2/+2 card we already saw. So I think the answer is I don't run it out. That's not great. So let's play the Grey Merchant. Gain some life. That can at least block this. And then if they kill it, we can Omen of the Dead it back. And then we have this in play. Like, we really want to go... What is this? Put target enchantment card. So they get Omen of the Sun back, and they gain 3 life. That's not the worst thing, because, like, we can deal with 1/1s thanks to Mogus's favor. And they have 1 card in hand. Ooh, okay. Like this. Now the Catoblepus does a lot. Final Death is also pretty good. Let's go. Catoblepus. Kill this. They didn't have the pump spell. Okay, we are in business now. Because now they're just playing their Omen. My hand is completely full. Let's play our land. So, I want to use my mana as efficiently as possible here. I kind of like running out Inevitable End on the Laguna Band Stomper. Because they essentially just have to sacrifice that. Then I can Mogus's favor one of the soldiers. I don't think I have any good attacks, especially because they're going to lose their guy next turn. They didn't play their Omen. That's weird. Are they like hoping to get me or something? Well, there's an Erebus. Seems kind of good. Indestructible 5/6. Well, I'll attack with my 2/4 because I kind of want this to die because I have Omen of the Dead to get it back. What does this ability cost? Yeah, just 2. Go. So, wow, they're not playing their flash. Oh, no, they did get it back. I don't know what's going on because we know their last card is an Omen, but they could use it to like scry. So here we're going to use his ability to give this -2/-1. Actually, nah. Let's get greedy. There's a swamp. Play you. Giving the Catoblepus more power and indestructible. Hit with both of these. Pretty hard for them to block. Pass turn. So we're holding up basically Erebus's activation plus Omen of the Dead to get back the creature we sacrificed. So if we replay Grey Merchant, they take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 damage right now. That's a lot. Double Session Champ, too hard to find. Well, now I have to look up what that card is. I'll just say GG's. It's almost like they had a card in their hand that had Scry 2 on it that they didn't play. We're going to look up what that card is. I'm going to show you in a second. So this is the card they were talking about that was going to win them the game. That's pretty good, actually. Okay, so that's why they were saving the Omen, but I don't know, man. Like, I don't know about that. I could have said the same thing. 5 islands, too hard to draw. See you guys round 2. All right, we're here for round 2 against Disturbed 1JWH. Disturbed 1, yeah, whatever that is. Keep winning die rolls, I will not complain. Oh boy, we're on the play. I'm playing 17 lands in this deck, right? I'm gonna keep the, if we hit a, we have 2 draw steps to hit a 3rd land, and then we can play Funeral Rites. Opponent straight up copied my text, I accept. Yeah, because if we can play Funeral Rites, that should kind of smooth out this draw, and Mogus's favor can deal with some early like dorks that we need to kill. They're playing red, so the 2 mana 3/1 escape would be pretty nice to like hit with Mogus's favor. But land, nice. Island was not ideal. We really just want 1 island, but just drawing land was good. And then we want to hit a creature with Funeral Rites so that we can get it back with Omen, but again, that's minor. Oh, well, fine. That's cool. Honestly, they might just want to take Funeral Rites because the rest of my hand doesn't do anything, but all right. Erebus is good too in this deck. He's only 1 black. We can win without Erebus. There's our swamp. So this is awkward, but I'm going to play the swamp. It tells them what we drew, but we have more unknown draws this turn anyway. So like us drawing a land is not that much of a okay. It's really not that much of a surprise. Oh boy. Yeah, I was gonna say us drawing a land is not that much of a surprise when we're drawing 3 cards. And it gives us outs to play whatever that card is, that Undercity Dreams, the one that makes your opponent take a damage whenever they draw a card. Temple Thief. Can't be blocked by enchanted or enchantment creatures. Fair enough. Okay. Like, that's a lot of lands, dude. I maybe should have flashed in Omen of the Dead on my upkeep and then scryed. But I guess that commits us to not playing any spell this turn anyway, so we can just wait. I think I'm gonna get Grey Merchant, just because that card's good. Also, this artwork is kind of awesome. I never realized how cool this is. I don't know what that has to do with like what he does, but I like it regardless. Okay, they're not doing anything. I'm good with that. Play Omen. Get back. I think Grey Merchant is better than the Devourer at this point. So I can scry too, but I kind of think having this Devotion in play is worth more at the moment. Here's our Devourer. Let's just get down Grey Merchant. I know like playing Devourer first would be better, but this is so mana efficient and it can block their Temple Thief very well. And then this makes Catoblepus like, I mean, it can kill anything now. Yeah, no plays. I like it. Bronze Sword. So Plain Equipped Sword costs 4, so I can do that and still play Devourer of Memory. So yeah, let's get in there. I actually have to keep a black untapped because I have only islands in hand. Good thing to notice. So they can exile my Grey Merchant if they have that spell. That would be a little bit annoying, but I'm okay with that trade. Straight up 2 for 1. They get back their Temple Thief, sure. Play you. And this dude just hits real hard. I mean, it's gonna be 5 damage. Interesting they didn't scry on upkeep. I guess that just like locks them out of playing spells. Oof. Second Devourer is kind of brutal. Equip here. So I can equip for 3, then activate for 3, but then I can't cast a second Devourer. So I think I'm actually just going to activate here. Whoa. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I could just play the Catoblepus. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, I can't do all of that. So let's activate and then just play another Devourer, which I guess if I'm going to do that, I should just play the Devourer first. And then activate. It pumps them both. Doesn't matter that much. They both get pumped. Opponent's dying very fast now. 3-2 cannot be blocked. They might even like be dead next turn. If they play a blocker, we can Catoblepus for X equals 5. Technically 6 if we go for the Mogus's favor. We'll see how they scryed. 2 cards on top. That's scary. Alright, well they must have a kill spell. Hopefully nothing that does 1 to everything. Okay, that only kills 1. Another swamp. Sure, so let's equip. Play a land. Activate. It's 5 damage. I don't even have to scry. Exiled that. Okay. That is now problematic because most of my main win cons are now exiled. I think all 3 Devourers are gone. They exiled my what's his name? Erebus. And they topped. Okay, Grey Merchant isn't that scary actually. I just take 3. We can kind of kill their Grey Merchant if we draw any spell. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think the problem is scrying actually like reduces my devotion even more, but we need to hit action. Soul Reaper, Grey Merchant. Sure. Top. We're gonna play this Lonely Grey Merchant, but it's actually kind of good because it like blocks everything. They only have 1 card in hand, and ours can put on a sword, so it can like really effectively block theirs. And then now Catoblepus has 4 loyalty or 4 black whatevers. So we can do some damage to them. Cling to Dust. Sure. So they exile our Grey Merchant. Fortunately, we have no recurrence, so they effectively just kind of wasted that because they're not going to draw any cards off of it now. Whenever you sacrifice a permanent, he gets +2/+0 and first strike. So we're just gonna kill that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Catoblepus. I can attack with Grey Merchant, but that doesn't seem that wise, because best case scenario, they just block with 1 Grey Merchant. Worst case scenario, they double block, and then I trade my 2/4 for their 2/2. And they're top decking. We know that, so things are really only going up here, because we get Soul Reaper of Moogies. What does he do? Ugh. Alright, it's a 2/5. It's gonna be a long battle. Oh, that is good. I was going to attack, but this seems better. Just play that, and now they have to sacrifice him. Equip here. Actually, let's just play the Soul Reaper. No equips, no attacks. If they don't sacrifice this, then, you know. We don't have many cards for them to take from our graveyard. I mean, we have no recursion. Our 1 Omen is gone. But we will deck first, so we need to do some stuff here. So now they need to decide, basically, do they, you know, spend mana? Wow, they're keeping him around. That is so good for us. Draw Soul Reaper, sure. But now they sacrificed 2 things. That's weird. They could have just sacrificed whatever. Mire Triton. So I really don't want to like give them more stuff to mill here. So I think I just wait. Like if they're going to be sacrificing things other than Time Writ, great. Sure, they gain a life. So our graveyard's gone. That makes Mogis' favor quite a bit worse, but it wasn't doing very much anyway. Okay, I mean, if they're going to like let Inevitable End be 3 mana kill 2 creatures, I'm down. Whenever an enchanted creature dies. Okay. So we have like quite a bit going on. I can attack with Grey Merchant. They can double block. That's okay. Because that gets rid of their Grey Merchant. And then I have a sword, so my creatures are trading better against theirs. Oh wow, that was not really where you wanted to be, I don't think. Okay, that's fine. I think a double block just goes so well. I don't really want to play Mire Triton, but at the same time I kind of have to. I really don't want to mill Underworld Dreams, but I don't think you can play scared of milling yourself when you run this deck. Because we could hit like escape cards. Or we could mill 2 swamps and be very happy with our life. Let's move the sword over to the 2/3. Pass turn. Good work, Mire Triton. So I don't think I want to sacrifice any of them. Ooh, that's good. That is good. So let's equip the sword over here again. Get in with Grey Merchant and Mire Triton. Nice. So I can play this Piper, equip the sword. No, actually just hold off. I like sword on Grey Merchant, but Discordant Piper plus like sacrifice to draw is really good too. They have a card draw in their deck somewhere. Cling to Dust. If they hit anything other than a creature, they get to draw a card, and they could cast this at least once. I'm gonna keep the pipe around because we want to be putting pressure on them. Oh, that's nice. So we attack. Grey Merchant, Soul Reader. No, just these. I mean, it's 6 damage. That's kind of a lot. They're chumping? No! What? That makes not much sense to me, but sure. 1. So all of our blue cards are gone, so we actually tap like this. We could mill if they have any mill cards. Do we get to look at them? Face down pile and a face up pile. Well, that's pretty easy. I'm actually a little bit scared about casting this Funeral Rites here. I'm gonna wait on that. Because that goes through, like, that only gives us 4 turns left. Sure, so they drew another Soul Reaper, but I think at this point we're doing okay. Oh yes, that's where we want to be. We also have another Grey Merchant in our deck somewhere. So we're gonna equip the sword over to the Piper. And just attack this, 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 and this. They can only double block and kill 1 creature profitably. And if they do that, they're taking 1, 2, 3, 4, 8, 9, 10, 11 going to 1 life. So actually if they double block one of my creatures, they just lose. Except for this menace guy. Sure. Oh, I actually should have played Underworld Dreams before combat. Because I didn't realize they would sacrifice and like draw cards. Yeah, that was a mistake. Because they'd be at 4. That's okay though. We can move the sword. We'll just keep it where it is. Go ahead, you're at 5, you're at 4. They should be at 3, but it doesn't, as far as I can tell, it doesn't matter. Holding up 3 mana to sacrifice protects us against, those creatures can't block this turn. Okay, so I can just draw a card off of one of them. That was a good play. But we're just gonna hit Grey Merchant like very soon and then they die. Sacrifice a creature, each opponent loses 1 life and you gain a life. They have a lot of sacrifice. Not much to combo with it that I've seen. Grey Merchant. Or maybe I already used one. It's possible I already used a Grey Merchant. So we equip the sword. This makes this lethal. I guess that plays poorly into a burn spell. Okay. I was gonna say, they're dead no matter what I do here, but just thinking it through. I like this deck as it is. I'm just gonna keep running it back. Oh yeah, we got the Dream Curve. Turn 2 Devourer, turn 3 Funeral Rites. Let's go. A little scared they do have that card that does 1 damage to things. That can really do some work on our Devourer. So we need to kind of play around that. Probably not have 2 out at the same time if we can avoid it. Really like how opponent played right into what this card does last game. Let's get down this big boy. Ooh, Soul Reaper, nice. So yeah, this is like a must-kill threat. We have 3 of them. I didn't realize how good this card was, like, during the draft, and that's why you play with cards, right? It's so hard to know what a card does specifically. I mean, you can read it, but like, basically translating what the card text says to what it actually does in a game is a very hard, like, translation to make. I'm just gonna Funeral Rites and then get more pressure. That could be wrong, but I like getting in for hits. And if they play another creature, then I can like curve Inevitable End into Grey Merchant or something. While they're attacking? Oh, that's good for me. Well, maybe not. If they have a follow-up, it's bad. What is this? Whenever 2 or more creatures your opponents control attack, it cannot block. Alright, well, we're going to Inevitable End that. And then if they want to hit us for 4, they have to sacrifice the Soul Keeper. It's not great giving your opponent a choice, but they made the wrong choice last game. I think they just are going to let this... Wow, okay. 3 mana kill 2 creatures it's a good rate. I mean, maybe their only option is to race. Or I'm misunderstanding this card. But if this card, like, forces them to sacrifice something else, that's insane. Opponent needs to go to their second main. So they're going to play their 2/3 again. Sure. Bronze Sword. So I can Final Death, but I think just getting down Grey Merchant is better. Like, if my opponent is going to sacrifice the Soul Reaper to the Inevitable End again, I'm just getting so far ahead in this exchange. I can take 4. I don't really care. In fact, I can even double block if it comes to that. Wow. Yeah, this is not how you want to play around this card. So far, it's been a 3 for 1, and it might even go better. I'll just take the 4. I'm at 12 life. Like, what are they going to do? And now I could just... I mean, it has to die anyway on their turn. Oh, boy. This is going to be... Oh, okay. That's kind of good. So a land there was nice. Lets me just go double Soul Reaper of Mogus. If they're if they're gonna not sacrifice the Cyclops again, sure. Can give me a 4 for 1. Dude. No. Opponent, what are you doing? Oh, they could have had so many creatures. Oh, okay. Well, now I have to Final Death the Cyclops, because now they can sacrifice the creature of mine that they take. They're Hellbent, so if they attack, I'm just gonna double block. Yeah, this is... None of this is going well for them, I don't think. I guess I don't want to give them the choice. Devourer of Memory is going to die to the Acroan War anyway, but I'll double block like this. I was thinking about double blocking like that, but then I just realized they would both die, so it is not good. Yeah, because otherwise they just sacrificed my Gray Merchant. So here we're just going to Final Death the Soul Reaper. It might seem a little bit weird, but this essentially gives us back our Gray Merchant. Then we play a Swamp, we play a Sword, and then we're going to sacrifice our Devourer of Memory post-combat next turn. Because we're going to have to attack anyway, and then it's going to do damage to itself equal to its power. So we just attack, and then we sacrifice it. Blood Aspirant? No! Actually, no, that's not too bad, because if they sacrifice the Gray Merchant, they lose their Blood Aspirant. So it is, like, I mean, it's a good draw, but not the end of the world. We don't want to play Underworld Charger because it will kill itself. Definitely don't want to play that because that'll kill... no, it won't kill itself. Right. So both of these attack. I think I just let this happen. I don't want to activate this because it's going to die anyway. I think, let me think about this for a second. Maybe I activate. Just hits them for a little bit more damage. Ugh, that would have been a good draw actually. These bounce. So I can wait to activate this Soul Keeper because they don't have haste. Oh, I guess they can scry with Omen. I think they're trying to activate Blood Aspirant, but that doesn't work because they just played it. This goes up to 2/2. But no matter what, if they tap this card, it's going to die because the Akroan War says each tapped creature deals damage to itself. Somehow this came up in 2 leagues in a row, but show game log. They put 2 cards on bottom. That's very good for me. I don't think there's any reason to sacrifice now. So what are they targeting? If they target Soul Reaper, that was pretty good play. So basically there's going to be no permanents left. That's okay. I get rid of this because this is going to kill itself too. And then this is getting a damage triggered on it, so that's going to kill itself as well. But the board is clear now. I have 3 cards in hand. Discordant Piper. So I have 7 mana. I think I start with this because it's a 3/2 menace, which is very good. Devourer of Memory versus 2 unknown. I'll take the guaranteed card, I think. The 2 unknowns could be pretty nice, actually. You know what? I'll take those. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. That'll do it. Then we play the Charger. Go ahead. I kind of like that split. That was a good split from the opponent. Because, like, basically if they give me Omen of the Dead, I can get the Devourer. They're going to concede here, but yeah, if they do that, that happens. They could have done Mire's Grasp versus the World, but this card is not enticing enough, I don't think. But we're in the finals, so I'll see you there. Alright, we are here in the finals against Littlefield. We keep winning die rolls, which is just great. Tell our opponent good luck, have fun. Oh, this hand's good. As always with this deck, we need to draw a 3rd land, but if we do, this hand just goes off. And this card sometimes just reads the Abyss one-sided for your opponent when they don't play. They had just sacrificed their creature way earlier. They would have had a much better time that game. We get this Piper dude in play, hit a land. Didn't hit a land, but I'm okay with this. They're probably going to play something that trades with this. I would rather trade off this guy than my Death Toucher. I think this has value late game. Okay, I stand corrected. But I did in fact hit a 3rd land. I'm just gonna get on board. No attacks, pass turn. One wants to loot, that's cool. Gray Merchant is nice. I think now I'm gonna go for a land. I don't think there's a counterspell in the format that does that. So Erebus we can get back with oh, we hit Underworld Dreams and Erebus? That's unfortunate. So we're gonna get back Erebus with Omen almost for sure. I don't want to cast Omen until they're tapped out because getting this countered is actually kind of bad for me. And there are counter spells that I guess I let that resolve and then I play it just so they don't know what's going on. There's the 3 mana counter spell that exiles enchantments. I don't know if they would counter Omen of the Dead, but Erebus is powerful. So we really want to see them discard 2 cards. That way they don't get card advantage off of this. What is this? The Triumph? I think that card is just pretty bad. Alright, so let's run this out now while they cannot do anything. Also increases our devotion for Erebus. So next turn, I'm looking at my turn being Mire Triton / Inevitable End if they don't do anything. But if they tap out, then we're just going to jam Erebus because it's busted and I want to get that through a counterspell. Final Death, sure. So let's move to combat, see what if anything happens. I can swing with both and then sacrifice this to hit a card, but I kind of like that being in play. Let's play Mire Triton. Island Mire's Grasp, okay. Then we play this on their creature. Not the best timing, but I already have Final Death, and I don't want to give them like too many turns of looting, plus this kind of obnoxiously blocks a lot of what I have going on. Okay, they get to rummage. They lose their Orid? Orid of the Mountains Blaze. It's a fair exchange. So now Erebus is a creature. Gray Merchant has 6 like whatevers, and basically they have to commit to the board now because I have stuff in play. I'm hitting for 6 a turn. So if they're just gonna hold up counterspells, I'm just gonna let that happen. I'm just going to attack. If they try and like ambush me in combat, that's okay, because I can sacrifice whatever creature they ambush to Soul Reaper. I'm just not going to play anything because they're like very heavily telegraphing counterspells. And I have a removal spell and scry at the ready. So like, if they're not doing anything, I don't have to do anything. This counterspell will just be dead. Phoenix, sure. That's a 2/3. That does block everything, so I'm going to Final Death the Anex. That doesn't give them satyrs. We're playing this pretty aggressively, but I think we're in a position to do so. Let's play this island. Hit for 6. Pass turn. So like, yeah, now if they tap out, we just get in with Gray Merchant. Sure. Trickster is a little bit more problematic. I will activate Omen here. Power of Memory, Underworld Charger. I like both. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. I think the Charger is a little bit more... They're both good. I mean, we're putting them both on top. I don't know if the order matters too much. I could sacrifice the Piper to draw both. That's interesting. Kind of like that. Because the Piper doesn't do much against Arena Trickster. So we attack with Mire Triton. Nice. So the counterspell exiles, I don't really want to get my Underworld Charger exiled, so I'll lead with Devourer of Memory. Okay. Then we play Underworld Charger. If they counter this, then we get to get it back as a 5/5. Aha! They did have it. Alright, so we... I mean, they still have to deal with this Devourer of Memory. That's a 3 damage unblockable every turn. So we effectively played around this card. They made it really, really obvious that they had it. They might have 2. I don't know if it's worth playing around 2. But we'll see what happens. Mineral Rights. That's actually kind of good here. Because that targets my Devourer as well. Yeah, I like that. So we hit Atris in a swamp. Not too bad. Let's play Swamp. Hits for 3. So Erebus is super scary. I think I'm just going to go for it. They already used 1 Deny the Divine. If they have 2, that's just more information for us. Vexing Goal, sure. So his ability, if something dies, I can pay 2 life and draw a card. 1, 2, 3 things. So if I can resolve Gray Merchant, which they did not have a counterspell last turn. Reduce Rise. So they have a 4/4. Okay. And I get to see what is exiled too, so that's kind of good for me. If it's not a counterspell, like I think they would have countered Erebus, and it's a whoa swamp. Did not expect that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I want to get down Mogus's Favor. That way I have more devotion. So let's play that on the Trickster. That way Gray Merchant can resolve. This might have been greedy, because if Gray Merchant resolves, I should just win anyway. Yeah, maybe that was bad, because I just gave him a 6/3. But if this hits, I win. I don't think there's a card in the format that does this for 2 mana, but I could be wrong. And the reason for putting on Mogus's Favor there is it plays around them playing a burn spell on my Devourer. Because I'll still have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So even if they kill 1 creature, they still die. And I don't know, maybe playing this was better, but I wanted to play around them having like something that does 1 damage to multiple things, but I guess no, Goat doesn't do anything. Yeah, and so this card is exactly why I played Mogus's favor. Still got 5 devotion, they still die. So they're like playing some stuff. Let's just run it back. We know they have some amount of counter magic, some amount of bounce. I didn't see that much removal, so I'm not going to be too scared of them like killing stuff. The only thing that is kind of a little bit scary is they have a lot of those creatures that grow pretty quickly. So I could put in Freaka's Libations, but I feel like they could just play around that pretty easy. Like, it's a card I would like to hit them with, but they have a bunch of other things that they can just sacrifice instead of the one I want to hit. So it is what it is. I'll keep this. We have a lot of lands, but our deck does pretty well on like tons of mana. And we have this combo that is like a pretty decent card draw engine. Wow, okay, we can go real deep. I should have played a swamp. Yeah, that was actually a mistake. Number one, like, it just lets them know we have islands in our deck, or like in our hand, and we have Underworld Dreams we'd love to jam turn 3. Well, on the bright side, I drew this little dude. Can get it down before they have counter magic up. They have Thrill of Possibility. Discarding, whoa, what? Wait, they discarded Rapid Flames? No, he's so good against this card specifically. What is in their hand, man? Alright, well, I don't think I want to run out Devourer and the Piper at the same time. That's a lot of islands. So let's go Swamp. We're going to attack. I don't want to activate it, because it's kind of a waste of mana at this point. If they have a counter spell and they want to counter my Soul Reaper, that's not too bad for me. It does exile, which is a little bit rough. Sure. I can race a Vexing Goal. The thing I can't race is that 4 mana 3/3 that grows. If they play that this turn, that's kind of rough. Oh, stop. Don't do it. What is this? What? Okay, that's pretty good. We killed the Soul Reaper. I don't know if they have much respect for our little Devourer friend. Flyer's Grasp. So I think it makes sense just to kill the Flyer, get down the Piper. If they have a thing that does 1 to 2 creatures, I'm in trouble, but they discarded a Rapid Flames. I don't know if that means they have 2. Whenever you cast a spell that targets it, creatures you control get bigger, and then they have a Lionfish. Yeah, that's not that scary. So let's activate. Then swing with both. I mean, I'm kind of okay with trading for either of these. Play a Swamp here. Pass turn. I would like to get back with Soul Reaper of Mogi's, but I kind of want to save Omen of the Dead for something scarier. I'm very interested in what this Swamp is. Furious Rise, so they don't have a 4-power creature. So that actually does nothing. And we're racing, but that goes really well for me. I'm just gonna wait on this Omen of the Dead. I think that's fine. That's the card I was looking for. Let's go Island. I think at this point I can just hold back the Piper. Play Erebus. And then I have like this... Oh, they had that 3rd mana! No! Oh, okay. Weird. I didn't... That Swamp like blended in with the background. That was kind of rough. Hopefully they just have to discard 2 cards here, and then Thirst for Meaning is like not that good. I'm gonna turn off my stops because I think I might... Well, they did have to discard 2. They got rid of Trickster and Thrill of Possibility. So I have a couple decisions here. I can kill Hero of the Games. And then they like just have this, because if they like... I think I'm just gonna wait. Having Erebus in play basically just plays around them having some crazy enchantment. We'll see what card they drew. Okay, yeah, they just have a 2nd Arena Trickster then. 2, 3, so I can turn on Erebus here. 5, but I'm taking 5 right now. Okay. So end of turn, we just Omen of the Dead for efficiency. Get back that guy. We play our Soul Reaper. Their land. So now Erebus is online. This is gonna hit for 3. So this forces a chump with Erebus, I think. 1, 2, 3. It's only 8. That's not 9 damage, actually. And then I only have 2 blockers back. That seems okay. Actually, I don't think I want to activate Devourer. Yeah, because that wastes a lot of mana. I'd rather keep mana up for their turn. If they have a spell here, it's like kind of bad. But if they don't have a spell, I kind of just win. And if they're chump blocking, that's really good. Okay, now I can't imagine losing. Famous last words, but Thirst for meaning. They have a lot of those. Well, if they have something that gets them out of this for 3 mana, they do not. Haha! Wow, that was a decisive victory with that deck. No timing out here. What did we lose? I think the only round we lost is actually the first match of the game, and that was just because we didn't hit lands. This deck was nice. Mono black, all the synergies, Gray Merchant. I never got to do Underworld Dreams. No, I got to play it once, but I really wanted to play this into Gray Merchant. This deck was good. Devourer of Memory gets my thumbs up of approval for being everything it seems like it should be. In a aggressive deck. It's not going to do very much in a controlling deck because it's kind of expensive, but when you're on the front foot killing your opponent, this card is really, really good. Yeah, we're crushing these leagues. We should have won 2 of them in a row, but I timed out. So see you guys next time.